Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another episode of Dorm Talks with Chris and John. I'm John, and that is not Chris. Um,
Not Chris.
this is London here today, filling in for Chris because we could not wait to do another episode, and Chris has found himself in Puerto Rico on purpose, but he is there. Um,
Yeah.
Important distinction. So we got a fill-in host today. So London, how are we doing on this fine Saturday evening?
We are doing pretty well on this fine Saturday evening. Am I allowed to talk about my day? Should I talk about my day?
Talk about your day, man. Chris
I'm gonna
never
talk about my
he's
day.
Chris is terrible at small talk, so we need like a good a good banter at the beginning.
Terrible at small talk. He's like deep and philosophical where everything is a one-word question. Ugh. Um, so I had a free day today. I didn't have to work at either of the jobs that I have.
Hell yeah.
Um, so I got to sleep in a little bit. That was great. Haven't done that in a while. I got up, I got some breakfast. I ran some errands, bought some fabric because I sew for anybody that doesn't know. Um,
We
I,
can
I
put the
smelled
link in
some
the
nice perfume.
description.
What?
We can put the link in the description.
Oh, if you want. Um, so yeah, I bought some fabric. I sniffed some new perfumes in the makeup store.
There you go.
I got my car back because my car was in the shop getting some repairs, so I'm back on my wheels. Then I came home to start the pod.
Start the
So
pod. This is this is your second podcasting
yes.
episode,
Second in a
technically.
month, surprisingly enough. It wasn't
Yeah,
planned, but here I am.
I didn't think I was gonna convince you to come back this soon, but
Whatever works.
I kind of just floated. I was like, "Do you want to like sub in?" You're like, "Yeah,
It's full of
why not?"
surprises. If I have
There
time, I'll show up, you know. How
you go. Shout out to
was your day,
Bron
John?
for how was my day? My day was pretty chill. I did some trainings for work, which is always exhilarating.
Love it.
Um, I have
Make
like
that money.
I have only 6 more hours to do, I think.
Oh gosh.
Um, and then I strained up the studio area a little bit.
Mhm.
Did some organizing, and then I napped, and then I watched some LeBron podcasts. So I
Love it.
just getting my brains firing up, ready for today, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Um, but yeah, um, I guess we should address the elephant in the room. I guess the second elephant in the room, since Chris is in here, but the second elephant in the room, um, being the Sharania um tweet we got Friday at like
11 o'clock in the morning.
11:30. Um, that says LeBron James was signing a 2 year, $8 million deal with a player option after the first year.
Mhm.
And then a long LeBron tweet. I guess I should read the LeBron tweet because it's kind of
Actually, please
interesting.
do because I didn't see it.
It's actually really interesting. Because a lot of things that people thought were factors weren't. And it was kind of
And
funny what he says wasn't a factor. So I'll let you
okay, so
react to
wait,
it.
okay, so before you read that and say what he said wasn't a factor, can I tell you what I think is a factor?
Yes,
His son, number one on the list.
that's
I
very interesting you say that.
I feel like, and I feel like a lot of people also feel like this is that his son that is currently in the league, his junior, was going to be or has been a deciding factor in where he decided to pretty much finish out his career.
Hmm.
I don't think that LeBron has a lot more left in the tank. Like, is there something there? Yes. Do I think he needs to explore just how far he can go when the tank says, 15 miles left? No. Like, do I think you should try to go all 15 miles? No, I think you need to get your behind to the nearest
Yeah.
gas station, which is retire and find you something else to do, even if that means getting up on ESPN and being an analytic, whatever, or a host, or however that works. be Ryan Clark of basketball. Even the rest in peace Ryan Clark's stint at ESPN. But anyways,
That's right.
um, so for all intents and purposes, this is seeming like it could be LeBron's last stop before retirement. LeBron has been in
These
the
are
NBA.
all very interesting things to say right before I read this, and I think once I read, you're gonna be like, "Oh snap! I just said that."
Okay,
So
that's why I wanted to get it out now.
you're
Because
either gonna,
if I'm gonna sound stupid, I'd rather like get
and
it out now instead of sound stupid after you say what you're gonna say.
I'm not gonna tell you which way it leans, but it's fascinating.
Okay.
Um,
So yes, I think that his son was a deciding factor, because his son, it's seeming like his son needs him to make a roster. Like he needs to go wherever his dad is so that he makes a full roster
sure.
in the big league NBA and not just the G League.
He
Um,
won't be on our team this year though. There's just no room.
which,
So
right, there is no room because people have already gotten pushed down the bench after signing Jaylen Brown and now signing LeBron James. People that we thought were going to be in the starting lineup are very much no longer in the starting lineup. Very sorry to you guys. I hope we win a ring so that it makes it worth it for you.
Dean Wade didn't seem too upset. So Dean Wade seemed pretty cool with it.
Well, then I love that for Dean Wade and I love that for us. Thank you for being ever so gracious, Dean Wade. Who's gonna probably be the only white man on the team this
Probably.
anyways. Um, so yeah, the thing about the son, the thing about this is probably going to be his last stop on his way to retirement. If it's not his last stop on his way to retirement, like if he decides to go somewhere else after this season, I genuinely don't know where else he goes because his options before coming to Philadelphia were going back to the Miami Heat or going back to the Cleveland Cavaliers, both of which would have made a lot of sense for him to do.
Yeah.
Cleveland is his home. He's been in Cleveland twice, right?
Correct.
Okay. Cleveland is his home. He's been in Cleveland twice. It would make sense that if he went to Cleveland, then the next stop is retirement. It would also make sense if he went to Miami and retired in Miami because a lot of like the best days of his career were in Miami. Obviously, he wanted out of Los Angeles for whatever reason. He wanted out of Los Angeles. Clearly seeing how the team has started to look post LeBron saying, I'm leaving, could have been a factor. Maybe he knew that the team was going to start looking like that. And he was like, yeah, I'm getting the hell out of there. I don't blame him for that either. Um, so I like when they said that he was considering Philly, I could not figure out a reason why he would be pushed to come here. And
Hmm.
then we signed Jaylen Brown, and I was like, that could be a reason.
That
Um,
that's what Sham said. Sham said there was really no draw until the Jaylen Brown trade happened.
right. Which again, don't blame him for that either.
I get it.
Because unfortunately, Joel has seen better days. I love Joel to death. He has seen better days. He's getting older. His body is ailing. He's a massive person. No person of his size is supposed to be able to do on a basketball court what he can do. And as we've seen historically, people of his size and stature who do the things that he does on a court tend to end their careers riddled with injury. So
Yeah.
Joel has seen better days. um Tyrese Maxey is now in that middle vet stage where he's approaching, getting to being in the league for a decade, which is absolutely insane to say out loud. He's posted that this is year 7 for him
Year
a couple
seven.
days ago, and I could have cried. I didn't cry, but I could have cried because I remember when that boy was drafted. That man, I remember when that man was drafted. He's only like a year or two older than me, which is scary.
We were like well
He's
established
old, and I'm all,
friends when we drafted him, which is the
huh?
crazy part. We were well established friends when we drafted him, and that was 7 years ago.
Yes, exactly.
Which is
Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely insane. Um, And then also we have VJ who is coming off of a stellar rookie year. He's about to be a sophomore. Now we just have to figure out, is he gonna hit that sophomore slump, or is he gonna be that sophomore superstar that we saw in Tyrese Maxey, who he like was cool as a rookie and then took a leap in his sophomore year. We don't know what VJ is going to look like. We're very much hoping that, coming off of this crazy rookie year that he had, he will be overly impressive. But you can't necessarily predict the future with
And
even with analytics.
it's
So Jaylen Brown was a draw.
yeah.
Jaylen Brown was a draw because we had those three players last year, and where did we end up? Not NBA champions.
We do
So
not.
add Jaylen Brown to that, that is a little bit more enticing. Um,
And the bench
especially
just
with
looks a whole lot
somebody who,
better.
right, especially like when you know as much about basketball as somebody like LeBron James does and should know. Like he knows these people personally. He's not
Mhm.
just watching on the TV like we're watching on the TV or going to games in person. No, he actually knows these people. He can practice with them whenever he gets good and ready to, whether he's on their team or not on their team. Um, doesn't him and Tyrese have the same agent?
They do. Rich Paul.
See, like stuff like that. Um,
And so
so
does Nick Nurse.
right, and so does Nick Nurse. Um, so that was like a lot of my thought and rationale coming into the idea of LeBron being
Yeah.
a 76er. I have the feelings that I have about LeBron James as a player and as a person, but him being a Sixer is
I was not sure how
a
you were gonna feel
basketball
about
dream
it.
come true.
Yeah. So I'm
Like you
glad
can't say
I'm glad you're
no.
embracing it a little bit. So
Yeah, you can't say no. Something my cousin posted something earlier and I thought it was really funny. Now mind you, for context, this cousin is a diehard Philadelphian. She loves her city very badly, but she moved away a really long time ago and she posted I guess I have to like LeBron for the next 2 years now. And yeah, exactly. I guess I have to like LeBron for the next 2 years, which that's fine. I can do that.
if it ends in a championship, not too bad.
If it ends in a championship, put his jersey in the rafters at this point. Like when you hang up in beads, also hang up LeBron's.
I always think about how insane, like when he retires and they put all logos up, like our logo will be there, and that's nuts to me.
Mm,
Like
that's a good point
this
too.
this is
Our
the
little red, white,
greatest
and blue.
this is the greatest player of all time, and in his thank you speech, he's gonna mention Philadelphia. Like dog, like that's
It
insane.
it truly it
Hmm.
feels nice to have somebody of his stature take a chance on little old
Little
Philly.
guys,
It does. It feels nice.
little guys, and the big
I'd be
fellas.
lying to say that it doesn't feel nice. It feels great actually, because everybody likes to crap on us as if anybody else would be here without us. Clock it. 1776. Yeah, that was up. That was
That's right.
up right here.
That's right.
Right here. Right downtown, right down the highway. That was
Where where
us. Independence
where
Hall. Talk about it.
where
Them
they
people
signed
that paper here.
the second important document to be signed in Philadelphia.
Some people wrote that paper here.
That's right.
Anyways, that's my spiel. So please go ahead, read the tweet. I didn't see the tweet. It's a tweet, right?
It's a tweet. It's
Okay,
four
read the tweet.
tweets.
4 tweets. Good gosh.
He
Man's
he
writing an essay on Twitter.
he wrote a little essay. All
Goodness
right,
great.
here we go. At 11:30 on July 24th, I thought I was done when the season ended. I wasn't ready to announce it, and I knew I needed some time to really decide, but I was pretty sure I played my last game. I was honest at the last press conference when I said I needed to look at myself and decide if I still love this game. I still truly love this game, and I have more to give. The last few weeks have been really special. I've never been able to have no clue what to do and take real time just to think. I've had an incredible few months with all the people I love trying to figure it all out. This is my last decision. I am not going for money. I'm not going for family. What I'm what am I really playing for? I still want to sacrifice. I still want to work. I still want to grind. I still want to compete to win to have a chance at the feeling of winning again, winning another championship. I believe I can help make the Philadelphia 76ers a championship team. I'm so excited to energize a new fan base and start this incredible journey one last time. Thank you, LA. Miami, I'll forever love, and Northeast Ohio will always be home. LeBron James. So it's not about family. It's not about money. It's not about this or that. It's about winning. And he thought the Philadelphia 76ers were the best place to win.
He
So,
better make like I really do hope he makes good on that. Like don't say nothing like that and then let us down. Cause
one
this is
thing
not the city for that.
I listened to a little blurb from Ryan Russillo, who has a podcast, and he was like, people were talking about one, the fit of everybody, because there's a lot of people who want the ball, which I think is a little overblown a little bit, but it's a
I,
thing. Sure, it's a thing. Um, and he was also saying how people were saying, why are Sixers fans so hyped that you got a 41-year-old LeBron? And he's like, you getting LeBron into the room and just having his mind, like apart from his like athletic abilities, what he can do on the court, like having his mind is like one of the biggest assets in the NBA
I
because
agree.
he's genuinely one of the smartest basketball players ever. Um, I think when he was on that podcast with JJ Redick, because I think when Steve Nash is now in it, Steve Nash, I don't think is like that of an intellectual speaker and talker as JJ Redick was with the game of
Hmm.
basketball.
Hmm.
Um, and so like when I'm seeing Steve Nash do it, it's more of like kind of like the narrative around the game more than like the X's and O's. When it was JJ Redick and LeBron, they were straight up like talking X's and O's, like using terminology I never heard before. Like
Yeah,
his ability to like just analyze and know the game is second to none. So if anyone can figure out how can I get my teammates to all work together, Jaylen Brown is going to want the ball. He wanted to be the man in Boston. Now he might be the third option here in Philly. Um, Tyrese Maxey is an incredible off ball player, but how can we get him involved? How can we get a young guy in VJ who not only be um, uh, a just an incredible on ball defender, but not just sit in the corner, right? How can we get him involved? Let's hear what Chris has to say, though. I think there he is. Chris, you
well,
here?
Yo,
oh goodness. On the satellite cam from Puerto Rico.
There he is, Mr. PR
What's up,
himself.
dude?
what's up, dudes?
Oh man,
Are y'all mid-episode?
we are
Huh?
mid-episode, my
Oh
friend.
no,
That
Wi-Fi is
lag is
rough over here.
crazy.
We just read LeBron's tweet, and now we're
Oh
talking
man.
about how LeBron will fit with everybody.
Oh, okay, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Oh, my
So
fault. Keep
so
going.
one thing I'll ask you because I this is kind of where I wanted to go next. I want to get everyone's like, what were they doing when they found out that? Because we talked about
Mm,
this last episode, like where reactions were when we heard about Jaylen Brown and James Harden and all that. So
Yeah.
Chris, what were you doing when you found out LeBron was coming to Philly?
well, well, actually, I was like on my way to like, so I was like walking in the tunnel, and I remember like looking at my phone, and there was like a super notification that just says LeBron intends to sign with the 76ers. And then my service cut out. So I'm like,
Oh my
well,
God.
it was like,
Uh-oh.
Okay.
why? Because then I heard somebody walking past say something about it, but they were like, nah, it's fake. I'm like, wait, so it actually looks about or like read because I didn't have any service.
Kind of like now.
No,
Yeah,
literally, I'm like
like
holding on to every
it
word.
was much worse somehow.
That's crazy though.
That is crazy. The
The
craziest cliffhanger of all time.
the buzzer beater notification before you get on the plane is kind of crazy.
It was the word.
I'm taking your word for it, man. I really am.
I know it was the worst, bro. I'm like sitting there just trying to like watch my movies.
And now you're just thinking about LeBron.
Like,
I
oh
mean,
my God.
I know that's a problem anyway. Just trying to. Oh, he's
Oh,
gone. Well,
well,
thanks,
what a
Chris.
surprise.
uh,
Oh,
there he is.
anything?
Oh, he's trying again.
Hello.
Are you better now?
A little bit better. I like switched off the Wi-Fi to
That
my
sounds
own.
so much better. That's like a million times
Good.
better.
You
Yeah,
look
I like
better. You
switched
sound better.
off
You
everything.
probably smell better.
All
I hope
right.
so.
Delay reaction.
Don't worry.
Oh man. Well, I hope you're enjoying Puerto Rico, man.
I
Absolutely.
am. I am.
Bring me back
I'm taking
something.
so many pictures.
That's good.
Bring me a souvenir and bring one for
That's,
LeBron too. We
no,
can throw it
I
to
was
LeBron.
already talking to LeBron. Don't worry.
Oh,
Don't
okay,
worry.
great.
I was already.
You're okay.
All right.
Cool.
Love that. Love
Yeah.
that you
Me and
tapped
him
in.
already. Me and him already. Like we twins for we
He had to do
locked
his
in.
check-in, coming to a new city. He had to check in with the, with the
I'm
gangsters.
How
Hawaiian.
instrumental were you in bringing LeBron here
Let me just say it like this. Joel Embiid was at the top. Clutch Sports and Reese were here. I was
Kevin
like right
Hart?
under them.
Kevin Hart offered
Kevin,
him like
I actually
40
beat out
bucks.
Kevin Hart.
The thing is, I don't
I
want to
said
give
he.
Kevin Hart credit because I said on Twitter that if Kevin Hart pulls this through, I'd watch a Kevin Hart movie, and I just don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
better. You better get on right along now.
I just don't want to do that at all. Um, um,
It's
but
funny. It's funny.
all right, London, your reaction, what where were you?
So I was at work and
Oh
at
man.
this job that I have, um, there's a front of house and a back of house. So I was in the back of house and the assistant manager of my department, we were standing back there talking. And she was like doing her thing and I was doing my thing and we're both like trying to get stuff together. Because it was getting towards the end of my shift and the way my shift is set up, there's like a deadline that happens right as I'm leaving. So we were trying to like, meet that deadline so that the rest of the day wouldn't get thrown off for everybody else. So we're just chatting back and forth, whatever. And I wear my watch every day. So my notifications come through my watch and also my phone. So if I'm not on my phone, I'll get all my notifications on my watch. I don't have very many social media notifications on my phone, especially not Twitter. I turned Twitter notifications off a very long time ago and I kept them off. So anytime I get like earth-shattering sports news, it comes from one of these two nerds. So I get a notification that I have a text message, and the text message says LeBron in all caps. And then Chris responded with something. I forget what Chris responded with, but
I ought to
John said
find out.
LeBron in all caps. Chris, okay, tell us what Chris said because I forget because my brain like immediately stopped processing information when I saw LeBron in all caps because that
I think
was
I said like wait.
Yeah, it
yeah.
was.
Wait.
I said LeBron. Chris said wait. You said oh my God, and then that's all we said.
Yeah, okay. Because all of us were busy. So John was at work, I was at work, and Chris was getting on a plane. So it goes LeBron, it goes
Lucky
Wade,
motherfucker.
and literally. And I went to fact check like immediately. I fact checked because John is not one to lie. But
I
sometimes
try not to.
information is so ridiculous that you do not believe it the first time you hear it. Okay. Woj has retired. You don't go on Twitter anymore and refresh the page and Woj's tweet is at the top. Okay. That doesn't happen anymore. So I had to go on Twitter. I went from my message app to my Twitter app because it's still a Twitter app. I did not update. It's still Twitter to my Twitter app. in my search
Nigga,
bar,
how?
types
Oh
up,
my
listen,
god.
I'm very stubborn and persistent.
I know that jaw moves slow as heck.
It don't load pictures. It I have to click on 17 links to understand any tweet, but I'm keeping that little blue bird. So I go to the search bar. I type in Shams, whatever, something, pull it up. Boom. First tweet. LeBron James has decided to sign with the Philadelphia 76ers 2 year, 8 million player option. I was like, oh my God. I showed it to my manager. And she was like, that's not real. The second time this has happened to me, where I go to show one of my managers a tweet and they tell me it's not real. I
That's how
said,
crazy the offseason has been.
I said, this is real. I said, look at whose account it is. This is real. She was like, that's not real. I said, yes, it is.
It's
He
not
just
real.
got LeBron James. And so then we started talking back and forth about what that means for the city. She was like, this is going to be such a fun season of basketball. I said, it absolutely is. And those tickets are going to be expensive as I don't know what. And
You gotta really
unfortunately,
game plan when you go to games.
I'm already on the hook for a game because I promised two of my cousins that I would treat them for their birthday.
Not tell them what game you
What?
gotta take them to though, because not just
What
any
game is it?
game. What game do you gotta take them to, London?
I have to take those babies to see LeBron James play Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
Yo, yo, that's
It
a
could
that's
potentially
a
be the
kid.
last time Steph and LeBron share a court ever,
And
and
I
you
have to
gotta,
take them to see it.
you gotta.
And I don't care.
Bro.
I don't care. I
Hey,
already said
they
earlier
might.
today that I'm putting it on one of my credit cards. And if I have to spend 3 years paying off those tickets for me to take those kids to that game, I will.
Listen, you're better
I
than
will.
me because
Because I want to see it
I
too. They
say,
like,
hey, we're watching from the window, guys. We are we are standing outside Xfinity, and we are we are watching that game from the window.
yeah, I'm gonna get
Take
those.
them little kids to Xfinity Live or something, yo.
Y'all want me to take two minors to Xfinity Live?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it where there's where I'm gonna take him to wherever Seth Curry goes to assistant coach. That's we're gonna see Curry that way. That's where we're seeing Curry.
Yeah, that's their that was a revelation I had while talking to my manager too.
Oh
Like, we were talking
man.
back and forth, and then I was like, "Oh my God, those tickets are gonna be expensive." And those kids want to see Steph Curry. I've
I
never
feel
seen
you.
Steph Curry play, and they got the
you
nerve to want to go
you
see Steph Curry.
you should honestly. It might be cheaper to just take him to a random Sixers game, and then another day take him to Barclays and like see him when he plays the Nets or something.
I mean, yeah, that's
That's
true.
fair.
I'll consider.
I
Like
feel
that might
I
be
feel you,
that
dude.
honestly might be cheaper.
I'll
Um,
consider.
although tickets in general are going to be more expensive, but
They are.
me,
Like
me and Chris went to a few games that we got for like $30, and
I
that's
know.
crazy. That's
That's never
outrageous.
happening again, dude. I'm not gonna see. I want to see Sixers Thunder play. That's not happening.
We went to Game 6 for $60 a pop. Never again.
So what teams are the tickets going to be expensive as hell? It's going to be
Lakers,
against
Uh,
the Warriors. It's going to be against the
Lakers,
Lakers.
Spurs, Thunder.
Spurs.
Yep, the Spurs and the Thunder. The Knicks.
Thunder might be sneaky. Knicks is
Let's
going to be
against the Knicks.
Knicks.
maybe Boston, but Boston was like I guess it depends. Um,
Then could
Miami
be
I don't think
probably
anybody
now.
cares anymore.
Yeah,
Oh, Boston's.
Miami possibly. I think those are the big ones.
those are yeah, I was looking for big ones. What are the big ones? And I think we got them all
Yeah.
because yeah, I don't think anybody cares about the Nuggets coming here anymore.
No.
Like those games used to be pretty
Jokic
fun.
isn't box office. Like
Yeah.
That's a good point too.
he's like
I don't, Nuggets fans don't even care about them.
he's one of the best players in the league, but he's not like a box office guy.
He doesn't have a personality. That's why. He's
He
just a
just got
boring Slavic white guy.
with horses. My my reaction. I didn't have my phone on me, or it wasn't like in hand because I had my client with me, and it was during like an ice cream. We were doing a little ice cream social, little Moana themed party for the
Oh,
kids. Um, and I was trying to see. Um, we were just in line for the ice cream, and one of my supervisors goes, "John, LeBron, 2 years, 8 million." I said what? Apparently, I said it really loud because everyone said I was screaming. I said I don't think I screamed that much,
is it what?
and I froze there. I dropped my phone dropped from my hand, and um and um I'm just standing there, um and my other supervisor was like, "John, do you need to like go take a break? Do you need to like go to the bathroom? Do you need to what do you need? What do you need?" I was like, and like I raised my hand and I'm like this. um and then my third supervisor goes, "Bless her, I love her. Bless her heart." But she goes, "John, you are at work." I was like, "Yes, ma'am." And I just kind of like, and then they're like, "Okay, I gotta go get some ice cream for my client." And I was like, that that," and I and they said, We'll handle it, man." Um, so that was my reaction, and then I just like pulled out my phone and texted you guys.
Yeah. How long was that sequence of you finding out to you texting us?
It honestly might
It
have been
sounds like
like
a lifetime.
it was a long time. I couldn't tell you. It was between 5 minutes and 30 minutes. So I don't
That's
know.
so funny.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
um. So
Yeah. It was crazy. It was crazy. And then I had to go to my second job. And my manager that I really wanted to talk to about it wasn't there right away. He came in late. I chewed him out about that. I was like, "You were late. You were supposed to be here right when I got here so that we could talk
mm,
about." But yeah. And this hat. One of my coworkers made me this hat. It has my initials on it. This hat is so I love this hat.
Oh, that's
Chris,
fire.
I got
Chris,
my initials on it.
I told her that the guy was
Oh, shout
writing
out to Dre.
LeBron on his hat, and he just stopped midway and just gave
And
it to
I
her.
what did I tell you in response? Tell him what I told you in response.
What did
Because
you
you
tell
think
me?
you're so funny.
What did you tell me? I don't remember. I don't remember.
He wants to hear you say it.
I don't remember.
I told him that I would stab him because don't ever
Oh
forget.
yeah, you did. You did say that.
I literally
It's
said I
funny.
would stab you with a period so that he knew that I was serious. But yeah, shout out to Dre for making this hat for me last night. When I figure out his Depop, we can put it down there. He makes a bunch of cool stuff.
Nice. Shout out Dre. Um, yeah. So those were our reactions.
Wrong team, Chris.
I don't have my Sixers hat with
What
me.
what hat
No,
are you wearing? What hat are you wearing? Oh, I was expecting like an OKC hat. I got
oh,
you.
don't worry. It's close enough.
Okay.
Except not at all. But
Right,
No, I
right.
meant this hat. I meant this hat to y'all's.
oh, I was just saying I was like close enough to OKC. I'm like, not really, man. Um, yeah. So before Chris got on, we were talking about kind of LeBron's fit, and I said like having LeBron as like an on-court coach is kind of like the best solution to kind of make all this work.
Mhm.
So I'm curious how you guys feel about how like everything will mesh together. Because it's with a lot of talent, Nick Nurse has a very good problem on his hands, but it's not going to be. It's he's going to have to show better coaching than he has, I think, and I know he's
Absolutely.
capable of it because that 2019 Raptors team was freaking stacked,
Mhm.
and they
Mhm.
were unbeatable in the playoffs.
Mhm.
Um, so I'm curious what you guys think.
So I have a thought from two different angles.
Hmm.
Um, so to your point about him being brains on the court and being able to like get everybody involved and speak to getting everybody involved. Um, Something that I realized very quickly when I was like, oh, he's immediately going in the starting lineup, obviously because it's LeBron James and you don't really sit LeBron James on the bench. Something that I thought about was how we now have five guys in the starting lineup who at any given moment can put the team on their back. It's been proven in Joel Embiid. It's been proven in Tyrese Maxey. Obviously, LeBron James is LeBron James. It's been proven in Jaylen Brown on the Celtics. Um, Only person that you could be a little bit worried about is VJ because of how young he is, but VJ had some very good standout moments. And I think if it came down to it, VJ could turn on the Jets and push us through, push us over the edge, push us to the end, whatever needs to be done. And he has exceptional vets to foster more confidence in that area for him in the similar manner of like I think having all of those vets together in Maxi and B Brown and James, there's potential that could help propel VJ in the same way having one James Harden propel Tyrese Maxey. Now would that look very different? Obviously, because they're all in the starting lineup and they're not, you know, vets in his position necessarily, but they are vets of the league and they're all very good at what they do. So in saying that, we don't have to rely for the first time in his career. We don't have to rely on Joel Embiid half as much to be the guy every single night. And I think that will work for the Sixers because it might help keep him off the injury list a little bit longer. Like it might just help. Um because if he can just do what he specializes in and he's not like you know, forcing every bit of energy that he has in him out of himself every night, because other people can be trusted to get a bucket. Um, I think that we see Joel Embiid last a lot longer throughout the season, which is great. That's what I want to see. That's what I hope for.
Hmm.
Um, on the opposite side, um, speaking to the point of everybody being like, oh, well, why are they so excited? They have a 41-year-old LeBron James. I think just the energy in general, like people look to LeBron and like see him as like in a very similar manner that people saw Kobe in, where if he walked into a room, the energy of the room changes because of how much people respected Kobe. I feel like people respect LeBron a lot um, as a player, those of him that might know him personally probably like I can see them respecting him as a man. Whatever he has going on, whoever he is outside of being on the court. Just him being in the locker room is different. Like he don't have to touch the court. He don't have to touch the
That
court. He
that
just
was
being in the
another
locker
thing.
room can bring out that energy in everybody of this man sitting over here got one, two, three, four, however many rings that he didn't got. He's won a ring on every single team that he's been on. We not gonna be the team to break that. So I
No,
think that helps
exactly.
a lot as well. And that's something that I thought about yesterday too. I was like, well, I mean, just off energy sake alone, like he's gonna push the best out of people just by being there. Like he don't even have to say nothing, but then he gonna open his mouth and then everybody gonna be like, oh, and everything's gonna flip. So
That, that's another thing that Ryan Russillo was saying. It's like just like LeBron being there puts like an expectation on everyone in that locker room to be like, yeah, we can't. It's got to be a championship. Like
right.
the expectation here is championship, and it puts a good pressure on you. It's like okay, we can't mess around. Like everything's been put here to succeed. Um, we're a deeper team than we were last year. We have better players than we do last year. You could have what you said. We could have a best player of the night a different night, like every single night. Like Anthony Simons could go off for 30.
Oh my
on
God,
a
I
given
forgot.
night.
He was on this team. Whoa.
Everyone's saying that Anthony Simon's going to be a fun player, but he's definitely getting dealt at the deadline for a backup center, and I can see the vision, but which is what happened to him in Boston last year, exactly what happened. But we'll see. Um, but yeah, uh, I I think he does place like pressure on everyone to hey, let's play at our best, man. We got the goat here to complete something that we have not been able to do since 1983. Um, so yeah, Chris, what's your take on that? On the fit and
Um,
everything?
I think I've seen a lot of like opinions going around that all of a sudden it's too many ball dominant guys on one team. I see a lot of the usage rate stats being presented.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is a lot of people are number one ignoring context and historical context of these
Yeah.
players. Um, if you look at Tyrese Maxey and Jalen Brown's usage rate, the only reason it was abnormally high was because their two main co-stars were out for the season. Um,
Literally.
People got to remember that. VJ Edgecombe, like that's why his usage rate was so high too. Joel Embiid, like people talk about his, but I'm like his are kind of skewed because he only played maybe like I want to say 40 games total last season.
Like 34 or something around there, yeah.
Yeah, like if you include playoffs, like yeah, like 34, 35, 40,
Yeah.
something like that. So it was like all of these guys have shown like the ability to play off of somebody else. Like Tyrese Maxey was at his most efficient when he played off of Harden and Embiid. VJ shown great flashes playing as an off-ball catch and shoot three guy. Like that's
Who's a
when he,
better playmaker, Harden or LeBron right now?
uh, that's
What an excellent,
hard.
Yeah. I
because they're both ancient.
I yeah, I think that's something we were missing last year.
Yeah,
A playmaker like that. Like he's LeBron's gonna be our point guard.
yeah,
Like essentially.
yeah. But yeah, the offense is gonna turn into like LeBron and Joel Embiid being your like offensive engines.
It's
Like
gonna be
the
like a
passes go through
double.
those guys.
It's gonna be like a duo heliocentric kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
like
then
you're good. You're
Jalen Brown's there too.
yeah, like it's gonna turn into like that, and then and then it's gonna have Jalen Brown going back to how he played with Tatum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he'll get his ISO opportunities, but he's gonna be more focused on like exposing mismatches in the defense. Like he's your go-to guy on the perimeter. He's gonna do what Paul George did.
But way better.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then
And shout out to Paul
and then
George.
I
I
think,
love Paul George, but it's an
bro,
upgrade is an
I
upgrade.
love those. I love him, but every time people trade him, they immediately get way better or
So
end up getting way better.
So someone tweeted today, "There's like, can we just fast forward to the finals and it's Sixers and Thunder?" And someone was like, "Damn, that's just like the Paul George finals."
We we already made that joke 2 years ago. God damn it!
It's just it's again, it's gonna happen again.
It's just the Paul George finals
the
again.
the team
But
is
yeah,
Paul
and
George built. He
I
built
think
them
the thing
brick by
people
brick, man. Literally and figuratively.
oh that's fucked
Sorry, I'm sorry.
bad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No PG slander.
I'm sorry. I
All
love
the PG slander. I'm sorry.
I love
Like,
PG.
we took a
No,
Chat.
chance and nothing happened.
If he doesn't show out in that Celtics series, the Celtics don't trade for him.
yeah,
The Celtics are like, man, he killed us. Let's bring him on.
so dumb.
Um,
Good job, guys.
because
Um, but yeah, yeah. Low key, I think people should hope for like a Joel Embiid DPOY level year again.
you think he's gonna be healthy enough?
I think
Because
so. He said this is the healthy. This is like his first off season where he's going in completely healthy.
I'm kind of hopeful with that, but he was just moving so slow,
Yeah,
and
I'm
I
just
worry about the defensive end the most.
really.
I
I think there's
do.
gonna. I don't think we're gonna see like young Embiid where he like switched on to everybody and
Well, yeah.
was
Well, he
jumping
doesn't
out
have
the
to do
gym,
that
but I
either.
think yeah, but I think
You have
his
VJ
rim
Edgecombe
protection
and
is going to
Jalen
be at its
Brown and
best.
LeBron James.
Yeah, like his rim protection is going to be at its best. That drop coverage is going to be able to work because we have a bunch of like we have like 2, 6, what 7. Well, one's like 6'6", one's 6'9",
Yeah.
and then a 6'5" two guard. And your smallest guy's gonna be like what your 6'3" point guard. So it's like you can really like get over
Who's
screens.
who's just faster than everybody else, so it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter.
yeah. Like
Um, how do you think VJ specifically fits into this?
offensively or defensively.
Offensively, I think I'm not worried about him defense. I think he's gonna be very well. He's gonna be like one of our most important players on the defensive end.
He's gonna be perfect offensively because I'm not a super crazy fan of his on ball creation at times. I think he actually works a lot better when you allow him to work off ball, like catch and shoot threes. He shot like 41% on those,
That's true.
or catch, rip through, use his athleticism, get to the rim, stuff like that.
So is he our 3 and D? Like, is that gonna be his, or is that ideally what he is?
I think
He'd
there's
be
gonna
a
be
way better
elements
version of
to
a
it.
3 and D guy.
Yeah, because
Let
like
me say it like that. He's a
KCP,
3 and D that you can put the ball in his hands.
yeah, I think he has a 3 and D. Like KCP is just 3 and D.
Yeah,
Mm,
VJ is like 3 and D and slasher and creator and passer and yeah and like um yeah. So I think he plays that role, but also more. Um,
yeah,
Also the big thing that goes around is he's like theoretically going to have the worst defender on the floor on him.
yeah,
right.
And with his athleticism, I expect a lot of lobs to him. I expect a lot of breaks. I think our fast break offense, I expect it to be like a top five fast break offense
Mhm.
in the
hmm
league. I mean, you have Maxi
Everybody can get up the
Brown,
floor except Joel.
literally.
yeah. That's good
Everybody
in
can
the
get up
long run
the
for
floor
him
except
too.
Joel.
And LeBron could take his dear old. He can sit back there and play quarterback, and just like
hmm
lob it up there and say someone's down there, and just that's fine by me. Um, the biggest thing I'm worried about with this team is the backup center position. With Adembona and Hawkporty, Ariel Hawkporty. Hawkporty had flashes with the Knicks last year when he had his minutes to play in the regular season. He obviously didn't really see the floor in the playoffs. Um, um, so yeah. So we'll get into that. But Chris, we appreciate you, stopping in, from your vacation and dropping in and chat with us for a bit. We appreciate it, man.
For sure.
I appreciate y'all for letting me just kind of randomly show up.
Yeah. Of course, man. I mean, it is still your show.
I was about to
Um,
say it's your spot. Like whenever you want it, have it. I don't know.
No, 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 it's okay. We're transferring the rights to you. Don't worry.
Okay. Sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Tell your boss to clear his Thursday nights. Chris, get ready to make some graphics.
Oh
Literally,
man.
Get ready to
Oh,
make
I
some
love making
thumbnails.
thumbnails.
Chris is on graphics. All of y'all's thumbnails are going to be animated. They're not going to be still. They're going to be animated.
Guys, I love making thumbnails. But thanks again. And hi to all the viewers. Good seeing y'all. Good seeing you guys. Peace out.
All right. See you, man. All right.
Well, that
Um,
was fun.
yeah, he said he was gonna jump in real quick and scream. So, um, he had a little more to input than screaming, which was good.
I love that.
Um,
I really do.
but yeah, um, I think last thing on the Sixers part is just the worry of the backup center position. Um,
Yeah, it's been an issue for quite some time. I think was that last on the last podcast, and we were talking
mhm,
about the backup center was
yeah,
Drummond or Dwight Howard. Who was it?
the best one we had was either Drummond or Howard.
Yeah, and that's scary.
Yeah.
It's really scary.
Did you see Andre? Did you see Drummond's tweets
Yes.
when LeBron signed? Bro,
Yes.
so first he was like he's like, oh man, and then he's like, I'm happy where I'm at. I was like, bro, we don't care. I'm sorry. Cause like I don't think I would feel much better if Andre Drummond was still here.
Hmm.
I feel like I might feel a little better, but not like that much.
Yeah.
Um, so like Adembona is a really good shot blocker.
Hmm.
Um, he's he's a lob threat himself, but his like bonehead play rate is like terrifyingly high.
Hmm.
With fouls, with just plays in the paint, and then Huck Porter, we don't have much more than flashing minutes where he's like just doing like similar to I guess Bona, but on a shorter scale. So if Huck Porty comes on, he's like a really like solid center. It's like then boom, problem solved. And if Bona just like really gets like on the whiteboard and just kind of figures it all out, then I think he's a really promising player. But it just scares you a little bit because Embiid is going to miss time. That's just what happens. So it's like how can you survive the games where Embiid isn't there? Because we'll talk about this in a little bit, but the East is not the cakewalk it once was. It is going to be a bloodbath, and you're gonna need to win games to get home court, and I think that's gonna be important.
So who is like in a perfect world, who is our backup center?
A Dembona, or
Really?
you mean from a roster or just in general?
No, I mean if you could pick anybody in the league right now to be our backup center,
Oh,
who is our backup center in
anybody
your
in the
perfect world?
league? Oh,
Like if
definitely
we
not a
could get
Dembona.
anybody,
Um,
if we could get anybody, who are you picking to fill that massive set of shoes
if
that they
I
will?
had an unlimited bank, I would pick someone like an Isaiah Hardenstein,
Mm,
like a Steven Adams,
mm-hmm,
um, someone that dominates the boards and just holds it down.
mm-hmm.
I think definitely Hartenstein would be like the top of that for me. I think what he's able to do, even like he's able to play next to Chet a little bit, and I feel like he could mirror that with Embiid if you just want like be a lunatic and play like some gigantic minutes. Um,
Right.
but like that would be the pipe dream because he could hold down in center, and then have effective minutes off the bench, um, really effective minutes off the bench. So in an ideal world, I think it would be like a Hardenstein type player, like a
Okay.
Jakob Pertl in his prime kind of thing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like that's the kind of player you would want to just be a backup. Uh, I don't know if that could if like Hawk Porty or Bona could really do that. I think Bona's a good rebounder, so if he just settles it down, I think he can do it.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. It's a little scary, but I do like how they filled out the roster.
Mhm.
Outside of that, I think Dean Wade has an ability to switch on defense, switch on anybody because he's a long wingspan. He's tall.
Mhm.
Um, maybe he gets some small ball 5 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if I see that. Um, and it's like you have size with like LeBron and Jalen Brown and all this stuff, so it's like
That is still so crazy to hear out loud. Oh my God.
it's
You have
it's
thighs with LeBron and Jalen
you
Brown
size
on the same
LeBron
damn team.
Jalen. Yeah.
What?
It's kind of nuts. It's
Oh
kind of
my
nuts.
God.
Um, so yeah. Um, it's interesting. Uh, do you have any other reaction to the Sixers team as a whole? Kind of like what your expectations are. Um,
Um, I don't know. I don't think I have anything that hasn't already been said. Like genuinely, I think it's chip or bust.
for
Like
sure.
you have to get it done and you have to get it done in this first year because there's no guarantee that anybody else will like I mean, yeah, there's a guarantee because people are locked into their contracts, blah 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 blah. But stranger things have happened. So go out there, get this ring, and then everybody can be on their merry way. Um, I said yesterday that this is probably up there for one of the best on paper teams in the NBA of probably all time.
Yeah.
I don't know. You put LeBron James and Joel Embiid on the same team, and that is a hell of a team by itself with just them two people. So the expectations are incredibly high. Um, I think LeBron knows that the expectations are incredibly high, and he knows that the fall is going to be completely on him if they, God forbid, they don't get it done. That's on
You think
him.
so? You think so?
I think it's on him 100%. Um, because you can't bring the spotlight with you and then fold under the lights.
Sure.
It's on you. You are the spotlight. Like the Celtics let Jaylen Brown go. Clearly, he don't have the pull everybody thought was there.
I am so interested in Jaylen Brown's season because my God, he went from wanting to be the guy in Boston to them trading him for scraps, and now he's in Philly where it's like, okay, I could be the guy here. I mean, Maxi's amazing and Embiid is questionable to like play every game. Um, and now LeBron's here and all, and he's like, okay, on given that I could be the best player or I could be the fifth best player. And he is a choice because Jaylen Brown has the ability to be the best player on this team,
Mhm.
legitimately. He has the capability to be the guy. And I think
Mhm.
if you use that as a motivation, you say, hey, like, these are my guys, these are my dogs, and I want to win with them, but I'm going to prove why I'm the guy.
Yeah.
and and so he has that more of like a positive motivation, and he has the negative motivation from Boston sending him here. Um, and I think you're just going to see a firecracker in Jaylen Brown, and I'm so excited for his season because now
Yeah.
like that his move, which was like the craziest, one of the craziest trades in NBA history, has been overshadowed somehow. So I mean, he's got a choice. And I'm
And I
I'm
really think
super
that he makes
super
the right
excited.
choice for himself and for his team because for this team, for our team. Because um I think we're in a situation now because of Mr. LeBron. If he makes the wrong decision, this tanks his career. Like I can't promise that anybody will ever look at him the same if he goes out there and like ends up
Fades
becoming
away.
part of the like Ben Simmons, James Harden lore where you like throw a fit because you're not getting your way.
And I was thinking about that. But I think what Jaylen Brown has shown me in Boston, how like they really did put him in trade conversations for the past four off seasons. And he's been dangled like bait all his career basically. As being like a really good player, but you're not Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum might have just like he has a new leg, but we still like him better than you. Um,
I have feelings about that, but we can talk about
um,
that.
yeah, and I mean, sure, and but he never requested a trade. He People were like, "Why hasn't Jaylen Brown been introduced in Philly? Why hasn't there been a press conference?" Because he had a planned out schedule this summer of community events that he would do in Boston, and he's carried out every
Yeah,
single one of them.
yeah,
He
absolutely.
he's told them he's like, "Hey guys, like I want to get started, but I have promised to fulfill." And um
Which is very noble.
yeah, and it's like he reposted the Mom Donnie reel, the Mom Donnie video from
Mhm.
like this he is a stand up guy, who like his morals matter, and he started streaming because he felt like there was a big misrepresentation of him,
Mm,
um, because of Boston, and he wanted to make sure that there was always at least some record of his side. Um,
mm,
and maybe you feel some way
have
about
more
that.
feeling.
Um, but I think that um, if there's anyone that can like weather through the turbulence here, I think that he'll be able to do it
Mhm.
from what I've seen.
Yeah. And I hope that remains true. Like I really do hope that like a lot of what's going on doesn't taint him because like if he is as stand up of a guy as you say he is, because I, understand what be going on with the Celtics from some time, but I'm not like overly overly watching it. I'm very much a hometown girl through and through.
Hmm.
But if he is the stand-up guy that you have seen him present himself to be, um, I know that situations like these can break a person down and bring to light the worst of who they are, and then that just becomes their permanent personality from
Sure.
then on. Like it breaks people. It
Yeah.
can.
I
Especially when you feel like you've done everything that you can and you got the short end of the stick and you don't understand why you got the short end of the stick and it was never explained to you and it was never like you were never considered in that situation. Like everybody just did the best, what was best for them, and you got the brunt of it and now you have to pick up all of the falling pieces and put your life back together. Um, in a brand new environment and you have to look at yourself differently and you have to reevaluate who you even know yourself to be as a person. Um, got a lot deeper than I was intending very quickly. I apologize. But
no, but you're right. Um, and
I don't want to see that happen
I think he's
to
got a loyal.
him.
I think he has a loyalty
Um,
element that guys like James Harden do not have. Because
mm,
James Harden has straight up said that he does not care what people think about like going to new teams or whatever. He's like it doesn't matter, and it's like to an extent, it's like yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can go to whatever team you want. Like
right.
if you don't feel like you're fitting there, sure. But it's like if if you have no like if you feel like there's no stake in loyalty
Mm-hmm.
and you just feel like it doesn't matter,
Mm-hmm.
um, Jalen Brown is a guy that likes to lay down roots, and his mom was interviewed, and she's like that matters to Jalen. He's gonna keep doing the stuff here in Boston. He's already starting to do stuff in Philly, and so I think that helps. But again, we'll see. This is
Mm-hmm.
going to be a unique situation for him. Um, he's uh, there's only one ball.
Yeah.
Um, and I think it's gonna be okay, but there's questions for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
I
I
think
wonder what it's like to like play with somebody who kind of grew up watching, I guess.
yeah,
Like somebody that you never thought that you would play with, and now all of a sudden, like it's like, oh my God, I'm playing with LeBron James. Like, does that immediately humble you, or does it like put a chip on your shoulder and be like, I don't care that that everybody says that he's the greatest player of all time.
yeah,
I still have something to prove. And like, how does that play into I mean, we know what Maxi thinks. Like we already
right.
know Maxi's like
That's
bouncing
Big
off the
Bro,
wall. Like he's so
right?
excited about LeBron James. We already know that because that's just the type of person that Tyrese Maxey is. Like he's not gonna like be offended at the idea that like the best player to live in right now is on his team and that he's gonna like take a back seat to that. But I don't know, as you've said multiple times, like Jaylen Brown was looking to be the number one option somewhere. And now all of a sudden, like this mythical figure is all of a sudden like he can reach out and touch him.
Yeah,
And he has to reconcile that in himself. Um
and they play similar games. They do. So
Yeah. So
it's.
I think that'll like I don't
I
know. I
think
wonder what that feels like because I've never experienced that. I don't like I've never experienced like working with somebody who I've like looked at and like watched them do their thing. It's not a thing. I
I
mean,
think
also
closest thing I can like to a real life perspective, um, because like a lot of the work I do, you are working alongside people, throughout the day, and it's like the difference between someone you know is like really like good at what they do, and then someone maybe like less experienced or maybe not as sharp in some areas other than others. Um, there's certainly less of a pressure when
Mhm.
it's like someone not as experienced because you don't feel like you're being like overlooked and overshadowed. You're not being looked over, like being observed and like being compared or whatever. But maybe you are. It's like uh maybe you are, but like that's just not the thing. Not that's not like on top of your mind. But when it's someone you know is like very experienced, very good at what they do, you kind of feel like a pressure to kind of like at least meet that standard and show like, yeah, I can hang with you. I can kind of do what you're doing.
Right.
So I think it's a good pressure because it motivates you to be better.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's
so
how I imagine I'd feel in that instance. Like
yeah.
I think that I would take it of like a everybody's watching, like it's do or die. Do I do it or do I fold? Um, and I don't know, was that like the lunatic answer there? Like you you might be crazy to think about it that way. Like you're like fighting with yourself to prove that you can stand next to this giant,
Hmm.
basically. Um, like the way a lot of artists of today say that they felt when they like got the chance to sing on stage with Michael Jackson or like meet
Sure.
Michael Jackson. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe like he told me he loved me. And now I feel like, I've gotten reinvigorated by like the greatest entertainer of all time telling me that he loves my work.
Yeah,
So
when Doechii got shouted out by Kendrick, her whole kind of
right.
like everything kind of shifted for her. It feels like, and it's
Yeah.
like in one of her songs, I forget which one, but like she like dropped J like the she did a she dropped J Cole saying like I want to get a song with J Cole, and then she swapped it to Kendrick like
Mhm.
right after he said that, which I felt so dug with because like doing a song with J Cole is not a bad
Oh,
thing.
brother. Here you
Um,
go.
but yeah, it's like when you're interacting with the greatest and the greatest acknowledges you, um, I think it does. You put a spotlight on yourself. You're like, okay, how can I meet the moment, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I think every player on this team is going to look at that a different way. And it's gonna be
Hmm.
very interesting. Like Joel has seen tons of stars come in and out the door. Um, and he's gonna be like, hey, like, are you gonna be one of those ones that comes in, checks out when it matters? Like, I mean, who knows what he's thinking? But yeah. Um, I want to get to at least like one or two more things before we head out. Um, I think it's a really good conversation so far. I think I want to hit on this first, just because I want to make sure we have this on. Um, the Eastern Conference outlook. Um, the
Whew.
Eastern Conference has had a history of being the weaker conference, the little brother to the Western Conference.
Hmm.
Um, I typically don't like. Oh well, okay. I don't have to do it. Cool. This is a tweet from Tim Reynolds. FanDuel Sportsbook reposted it, but they didn't make the actual tweet. So Tim Reynolds made the tweet. He said, "Okay, the East is the champion Knicks, the loaded 76ers, Celtics with Tatum, the Heat with Giannis and Bam, the Cavs with Donovan Mitchell and all of them. The Pacers are back; they're healthy. Um, the Wizards with Trey, AD, DeBonza, the first overall pick there. The Magic with Paulo Banchero and Franz Wagner. The Hawks, how they've retooled and made like a defensive menace, a defensive machine over there, with bringing in Wiggins, Lou Dort, having Nikhil Alexander Walker, just like having just like monsters on defense. And the 60-win Pistons. Um, two of those teams, at least two, are not making the playoffs. And I have a hard time trying to figure out who. And I think like immediately I go like, okay, the bubble seems to be the Hawks, the Magic, and the Wizards.
Yes, I was gonna immediately say it's the Wizards and somebody.
Yeah, and like the Wizards look very improved, but they are young in a lot of ways. Trey Young, I mean, he's good at what he does, but I think the flaws of his game have been accentuated the past couple years. AD's a great player, but I mean, we're talking about health here. I feel like people are talking about Embiid health more than Anthony Davis's health, and Anthony Davis's health is way worse. Um,
Anthony Street Clothes Davis.
yeah, so I think Wizards will have a consistency issue. It depends on how good AJ DeBonza is. I mean,
Mm,
if AJ DeBonza comes out and he's like shows like he has a Cooper Flag type rookie year,
hmm.
um, I think they have a better roster than the Mavericks did last year. So it's like I could see that's where they do well, but I feel like in this bloodbath of the East, they got a long way to go. Um,
Yeah,
and then the Magic, they're a good solid team. Paolo looked better towards the end of the year, but he also had moments where he looked like a bust.
right.
So the Magic seemed the one of the more vulnerable teams.
Yeah,
Um, if you had to pick your top four seeds in the
of the
East,
East.
who's your top four teams? It
Do
doesn't
I
have
have
to
to
be
go
in particular
order?
order.
Okay, great. That's helpful. Um,
Top four.
I think it goes honestly, I think it goes Knicks, Sixers, Celtics, Heat. I think that's the top four.
Okay, interesting.
Um, I think because I think the Celtics are gonna find a way to sneak in there.
They usually
Um,
do.
if they exactly, that's exactly where they usually figure out a way. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because Adam Silver keeps making phone calls or not. I believe he keeps making phone calls, and I can say that because I can't get fined. I think if the Celtics do it, they'll end up in that four spot.
Okay.
Um, I feel like we might see a different version of Giannis um come through on the new team. Uh I don't know what kind of a different version, but I'm anticipating like a positive different version.
You know what's funny about that? He's been sounding like him going to Miami has his quotes has been sounding like Dame when he went to the Bucks, like being like, "I'm
Oh,
uncomfy. I'm here." It's like it kind of makes you uneasy. Like I don't think he really wants to be here. I don't.
well,
But but
I'm
also
sorry
he
to Bam
really
out of
wants to
bio.
win.
Hey, if worse comes to worse, Bam is gonna get engaged, so it doesn't matter. Maybe basketball doesn't matter to Bam anymore.
He
So
might he might not.
he's
He's
gonna get engaged.
like
So maybe he doesn't care.
he's like he's like Asia can share one of her championship rings. Yeah.
Literally, maybe he doesn't care. He's getting rings by association.
Yeah. Or maybe he cares
Um,
more. I don't know.
hey, caring enough to get
He
over
did
Giannis
drop
not
83
caring.
when she showed up.
Damn, so she's gonna have to sit courtside all season.
I don't think Becky Hammond will like that.
mean, not that Becky Hammond likes anything but herself
Oh,
anyway.
sure.
But anyways, um, I don't know. I think all in all, I think there's a very good chance that ECF is Sixers Knicks.
Yeah.
I think that the ECF ends up being Sixers Knicks. Um,
The Knicks are pretty much the same. So
right, because the Knicks are the same. And I don't see them completely giving up or like genuinely, I think the way that they don't make it back is if somebody gets hurt.
I will
God forbid
say
anybody gets hurt. I think that that might be like the deciding factor on if they get back to Eastern Conference Finals and then if
their
they beat
biggest
them.
their biggest difference is instead of Mitchell Robinson there, you have Andre Drummond.
Oh,
And they did a lot of Drummond next to Cat, not Mitchell next to Cat. And I don't think they can
mm,
replicate that with Drummond.
hmm.
They're just different players. They're just like Mitchell Robinson's an incredible rim protector. Drummond is like solely a rebound guy mostly. Um,
Isn't it beyond time for Drummond to retire?
he's like 31.
That's it?
That's it.
How long has he been in the league?
A long time.
And why is he so bad?
I think his skill set relied on his youthful athleticism a lot. So when he was with the Pistons all years ago, he just like was just like bigger, faster, stronger than everybody. Now he's just bigger. but um but yeah.
Okay.
So
We're thinking he's like 36.
I think that's a little I think that's gonna be a big difference. I think in the like I think they'll figure it out. I think they'll be fine. But it's just I think it's noteworthy. Um
That's a
um
great.
and chemistry matters and they have chemistry. So a
Yeah.
lot of these teams are kind of new. My four is I think Knicks, Sixers, Celtics. So I'm with you there,
Okay.
but I'll put Cleveland. Um,
Hmm.
and you can say all you want about Cleveland in the playoffs, and I probably agree with you. Um, where Mobley likes to disappear or just like kind of do what he does and not like do more than we know he can do. Jared Allen likes to kind of put up stinkers. Um, James Harden, and then Donovan Mitchell just being a smaller guard, smaller stature, so it's like it's easy to kind of cancel him out, although he can have his games. But in the regular season, they're gonna win games.
Yeah.
I
We've been doing.
yeah, I don't see that changing too much. So I think they're there. I think in the bubble, I could see maybe the Raptors surprising some people.
Mm.
Assuming this Kawhi trade does go through. I know they're doing the investigation, all that. They're just like reviewing that stuff. But assuming that goes through, I I think Scotty Barnes looked really really good last year. Um, I was very impressed with him in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think having the ultimate closer and Kawhi Leonard on that team now, although he is 36. He looked really good last year, and he was in like legit MVP conversations at some points of the season. I I think it's really good, and I think they got a good little foundation going on there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think the Pacers are going to be really good, but I I don't see the Pacers like a
Would be
top
okay with
contender
seeing the
yet.
Pacers.
Yeah, I think a gap year is so tough because it's like Tyrese is coming off that Achilles. I do like the Zubac move, although it screwed them out of a draft pick. I think Zubac is a better center than they had with than Miles Turner. Um,
Mhm.
so I think that's really nice. So I think the Pacers are gonna be really good, and they'll be on that. They'll be knocking on the door of a team with home court advantage in that first round.
Isn't Tyrese dealing with another illness that he wasn't dealing with before this past
He
season?
looks a lot better.
Okay,
He's
good.
lost the weight. He's better. He's in shape. He's
Because he looked rough. And I know that even still, like having a new thing to deal with is like a new thing to deal with.
I
And man,
think I could be wrong. I think a lot of it was medication based.
mm,
Um, and he was dealing with some other things too. But I mean, he's doing 360 dunks in the gym. I just saw a video today, so
okay,
he looks really good, which is good to see.
good.
Um,
I
uh,
mean, not being LeBron and Joel, but
no, for his personal health, it's good to see.
maybe, maybe he'll get in a dunk contest for All-Star Weekend. That'll be his chip.
It was a 360 dunk, but he did barely graze the rim, I must say. So I think he should. it
Never
was it was
mind.
fingertips a little bit.
Never mind. See, I tried to give him the benefit of the
Sorry,
doubt.
sorry, Tyrese.
Sorry,
It's
my
like it
guy.
was impressive, but man,
Maybe the following year, not this year.
with how bad the dunk contest was, maybe it's not that bad of an idea. Um, yeah. So okay, we do have one question to go for
From the fan?
um from the fans.
Yay.
And I think you'll really like this question.
Uh-oh.
I do. Um, so one of the questions we got two, but one of them was what were we doing with when LeBron got signed? And we answered
Oh
that.
yeah, we answered that already.
Fight favorite Michael Jackson songs, and
Did you tell that I was on the pod this week?
it was Billy.
Because how did they know to oh, okay.
Yeah,
Shout out to Billy. Um,
I was
wow.
like coincidentally listening to MJ today.
Hmm.
Um, because I started seeing Given to Me last night. And then it just got in my head, so I had to play it, and then I just played everything else after as I was cleaning.
Hmm.
So I was kind of in a MJ mood, and then I saw the question. I'm like, well, at least it's fresh on mind. Um,
What a great question.
yeah, it's really tough because I gotta pull up like the list because there's so many that could be. There's so many that hit like my favorite songs ever. Um, because he's freaking Michael Jackson. But yeah, it's like I don't know, man. Like Given to Me is one of my personal favorites. Um,
Hmm.
I like the grit and like the rock.
I was about to say it leans a little bit more rock, so that makes a lot of sense.
I like it a lot. It fires me up. Um, um, I like I like Chicago a lot. I like Love Never Felt So Good. Um,
Chicago is great. People sleep on Chicago.
Chicago's really good. Um, Apparently he don't like it, but I like it. Um, um, yeah. I'm just going through. Dirty Diana's up there for sure.
Oh God.
Um, You Are Not Alone is one of my favorite slower songs from him.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah. There's gonna be a million more. I don't know if I can put it to one. Heaven Can Wait is up there for sure. I
That's my
freaking love
favorite song of all time.
I freaking
That
love
is
that
my
song so
favorite song
bad.
of all time. That is my favorite song of all time.
And I know it is.
Heaven Can Wait by Michael Jackson
I
is
love it.
really the most
Mm.
beautiful song ever written by anybody in life for anybody in life.
Yeah.
Because did he write Heaven Can Wait?
I
I
can
don't know if he
check
wrote Heaven
that.
Can Wait. I do know, Ambrose, who is it? I forget her name. I don't know why I'm forgetting her name, but I know somebody wrote Butterflies for him.
Written
And
by Andrea Hurd. Um, he did not write it.
Okay.
A bunch of people wrote it, but
Still one of the most beautiful songs ever written and performed by anybody ever.
yeah. Oh,
It's
absolutely.
the most beautiful song ever written and performed by anybody ever. I love that song so much. I think that it is an incredibly powerful song. For
Let
you, go ahead.
no, well, because this is kind of veering off a little bit. So finish
Okay.
that thought. Hmm.
For you to love somebody so much that you have the balls to tell the higher power, I am not doing what you say. Leave me where I'm at.
Hmm.
That is crazy.
It is
That's
crazy.
crazy. So, if it is in my life story to get married, if it's in the cards, Mr. Sir, whoever you are, that song will get played. I don't care. I don't care if that song has to get played 7 times. If you
Run it
don't
back.
feel, if you don't feel about me the way that song makes me feel listening to music,
The way I make you feel.
we are not getting married. If you don't feel like you could look God in the face and tell God, because she not coming with me, there's nothing that I have to say to you. There, you take the ring back, all the flowers, whatever. I'm not going to dress you. None of that. None of that. If I don't feel, if you ask me to marry you and I can't look you in the face and hear that song playing in my head before I say yes, I'm telling you no. I'm going to say that out loud right now. I don't care. It's that or nothing. I'm okay with being single. I'm okay. I'm okay with being single. Because if you don't make me feel like you feel like that song
Hmm.
about me, I don't want to hear it. Um, and that
Okay.
is my box on Heaven Can Wait. Butterflies also up there. Dirty Diana, love it to death. Something that I cannot seem to get away from right now. I don't know why, but I really love it. His cover of Come Together,
Oh yeah.
Beatles,
Yeah, that's a yeah. I think he's the only one that could do
excellent.
it better than the Beatles.
That
I mean that part where it's like the dun 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 dun. Like his
it
voice
is,
is made for that.
oh my
It's
God,
made for
it's
that.
so much soul and
Hmm.
energy in that. Oh my God. Nobody could have did it better.
So
Nobody could have did it better. Paul McCartney, I'm so sorry to you, baby, but he took that song and he did that
he
song
did,
well.
and it's
Well,
like it's an underrated cover, I would say.
ugh.
Um, the question I was going to pose to you to make it maybe easier to pick: if
Yeah,
Michael Jackson
yes.
was here in the year 2026
Oh my God.
and he was asked to do the Super Bowl performance and you had to make the set list.
Wait a minute. You should have let me prep for this.
I should, but I just thought of this
But you
now.
know I can do it on the fly too. So I think
I
you
I
are gonna
just thought of
enjoy.
that question now. So
Okay. If Mike was doing the Super Bowl again, if he was doing the Super Bowl again,
yes,
let's say
yes,
that because he
yes.
did
That's
do
why I
the
said in
Super Bowl already.
2026.
If he
If
was doing the
right
Super Bowl in
now,
2026, what would I want to see him do?
and would
I
you
wish I
first
knew
of
what
all,
exactly I wish I could remember what exactly he performed in the first Super Bowl because I forget. Let me see if I can look it up real quick while you talk. Talk.
guest or no, or is it just him?
A guess.
Like a yeah, because like they'll be doing they'll bring up other performers like Bad Bunny through Lady Gaga in there.
No, I know what you're saying.
Does he bring Janet back? Like
Ugh.
and they do Scream or something or like
Actually, yes, that's perfect.
And take all the time because I can edit this out. I can edit the silence out.
Wait, it was only 5 songs.
It's usually like, yeah, I was thinking like 5 to 8 songs, like around there.
So apparently the
And
set list
you get 12 minutes.
for
So,
the Super Bowl, this is beautiful because I have a lot more songs to pick from than I thought because I wasn't trying to repeat songs, but there I don't have to repeat songs because there's not a lot of songs. There's only 5 songs.
mhm. Okay.
1993, Super Bowl halftime. The songs were
Well,
Jam,
that was the opener.
yes, with
Okay.
a Why You Wanna Trip on Me intro. So
Ah.
technically there's 6 songs, but so it's Why You Wanna Trip on Me and Jam as the first. Then he did Billie Jean.
Mhm,
Then he did Black or White.
mhm.
Then he did We Are the World. Then he
Ah.
did Heal the World.
Oh,
Very much
he
a
real.
benefit concert.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what was the context. I'm sure
He
there was
went the
context.
humanitarian route.
'Cause what year was that?
93.
Yeah, okay. So in yours, lights go down, stage is set.
So then,
What plays? What's the first thing that hits our ears?
it's absolutely Dirty Diana. Can you
Okay.
imagine Dirty Diana
Yeah.
in an arena of thousands and thousands and thousands of scream people? The intro to Dirty Diana alone
Hmm.
is crazy. I want to hear the first verse. I want to hear him sing to the chorus. Um, so Dirty Diana is on the set list. I think that that's the opener. Um, I think that mm, how many songs are you giving me?
Let's go 5.
Okay, we're doing 5.
Let's go 5.
Okay, so I think Dirty Diana is the opener.
Hmm.
I think that we're also throwing in there. I do think we're throwing Scream in there somewhere. Maybe
Okay.
not number 2, but I think we're throwing Scream in there. We're bringing Janet. Um, I think that we are doing um They Don't Care About Us.
Nice. Current.
Um,
Very current.
exactly. And I know that that's he'd go there.
He would.
If anybody is gonna go there, he'd go there. Kendrick went there. So
Kendrick
I
sure
know for
did.
a fact that if Michael Jackson was still living, he'd go there.
They would
So we
totally do a song together, by the way.
oh for sure.
That would 100%.
That man said he wanted Biggie on the track, and Biggie had already been dead for a couple of years, and they had to go find a track. They had to go find a Biggie verse to put on this track that Michael wanted Biggie on.
Yeah.
Okay. He would do a song with Kendrick Lamar, absolutely. Um, so we have Dirty Diana, we have Scream, we have
Mhm.
They Don't Care About Us. That's 3.
Very good.
Then we have we're gonna go Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, and then we're also gonna go Thriller as a closer.
Ah, makes sense. Yeah. I think it gets some taste of it all.
Yeah, I think that does it. I think maybe Scream goes number 3, and then you do Don't Stop, and then you do Thriller.
I would
Because
probably throw
half
Smooth Criminal in there, just because
huh?
that's been. I'd probably throw Smooth Criminal in there,
That's a
just
good
because
point.
like that's been like the big song today. I think that's been one of the
People do love
more.
Smooth Criminal. Um, People do love Smooth Criminal. Uh
But I do like that 5.
yeah, I think that's my 5.
I like it.
That's my 5.
I like it. I like it.
It's not really no deep cuts. It's not nothing from
But you don't really want too many deep cuts in the Super Bowl.
Right, exactly. You don't want too
That's
many deep cuts in the Super Bowl, especially when you're like you kind of just do the hits and keep it pushing. If Mike lived to today, I don't think Escape gets made. I don't think
agreed.
I don't think Escape is released the way it was released. Like I don't think that
Absolutely not.
all the songs that were there get there. And I do not understand why everybody was like push. We've had this conversation before. The whole like Michael Jackson dies and now everybody is like pretending like Justin Timberlake is going to be the next Michael Jackson or that like
Yeah.
that was confusing.
Yeah.
That was confusing. And I know how you feel about the Justin Timberlake version of Love
It's
Never Felt So
fine.
Good.
I like the solo version better. I listened to it again and JT was doing a little much.
Like who the heck told Justin Timberlake and tried to convince the rest of the world that Justin Timberlake was going to be the next Michael Jackson? There is no another Michael Jackson. There is no next Michael
Yeah.
Jackson. There's just not.
Yep.
There will never be another Michael Jackson. I'm so sorry.
And that's okay.
The only chance of there ever being another Michael Jackson is if one of them kids got up on that stage and did a little song and dance. And Prince is lucky that he got his father's name. That's about it. That's the only next Michael Jackson you'll get is that boy is a junior. That
Yep.
man, he's older than me. That man is a junior. That's it. You ain't getting another Michael Jackson. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry
No.
to everybody else. You're not coming close. There's an S tier and there's an A tier. Now on the A tier, you got your Beyonce, your Bruno, who on that S tier, you can't touch that S tier.
Is it only him in the S
I
tier?
don't think his little
Is
sister touches that S tier.
is there any artist today that's in that S tier? Not saying maybe on the same level as MJ, but
Like
like
forget Michael Jackson, and then there's an S. Like if there's an S tier
who's the S
today,
tier?
and Michael Jackson
I'm
is on a
talking, yeah,
different.
talent, fame, whole package. S tier. Is there anyone that's like far and above for you?
Yeah, I think it has
Because
to be Beyonce and Bruno.
yeah,
Cause like the fame aspect of it is like for
yeah.
today, if we're talking just today, we're not talking all time, obviously. We're talking just today.
No, just
I
today.
think I think Beyonce and Bruno
Yeah, I
are
think so.
it.
I think so.
I think Beyonce and Bruno are it. Now, of the two, my favorite is Bruno, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's a little bias there in how
And
I
they're
would
both
rank.
in interesting phases of their career too.
Absolutely. Especially with Bruno's last album, but
Yeah, which was fine.
he's still Bruno.
He's the best. It was fine
Still
though.
Bruno. And he's still getting his little peanut chew self up on that stage because peanut chews are little. That's the joke.
I gotcha.
I want it to be abundantly clear for the folks on the internet. I'm not making a brown joke. I'm making a short joke because I too am the size of a peanut chew.
Thank
But
God I
anyway.
didn't say it.
You crack yourself up.
I do.
You're
Someone's
literally
got to
over
do it.
here as red as the freaking.
It's also like a million degrees down here, and there's a ring light in my face.
Oh, I'm
So,
very sorry. My
um,
room got cool,
that's
but
good. I'm glad. I'm very glad.
um, yeah,
So,
Bruno be performing though. Bruno be performing, and of course you gotta give props where it's due. Beyonce be performing too. Beyonce's fans are
something.
a little bit of the C word, but a little bit, a little bit.
You said it.
But shout out to them. She make her money. They spend their money. She make her money.
Yep. So
How capitalism works.
she does it very well. The whole game of
But
capitalism.
anyways, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Thank you for the question, Billy. That was a
Shout out
great.
Billy. Shout out Billy. And shout out y'all for listening all the way through to our emergency pod. Londyn, thank you for coming on. Thank you for
Thank you for
stepping in.
having
You're always welcome on whenever you want to come on. Um, the space is always open. So
I'm gonna
I
just
very
do
much
drop-ins like Chris.
you should.
I'm gonna just drop in and be like, "Did you guys see AZ Fudd's fit the other night?" That's what I'm gonna say.
That was a good fit. That was a
I'll
good
be
fit.
like, "Did you see the BS AJ Brown had on the Patriots?" So I'm gonna say.
Amen.
Devontae Smith suit, great, love it.
Big
The
ass brooch. All right.
most massive roach ever.
um, all right. We appreciate y'all listening all the way. Make sure you share, make sure you comment, subscribe, do all of that. We'll see y'all in the next episode, and peace out. Hey, play the song, baby. Play the song.
Oh.
All right. See y'all.